Colorism is something that is seen every day across the world. Whether we want to believe it or not, there is plenty of evidence that backs up this theory. Colorism is the prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a darker skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. Recent studies have even shown that white people have shown colorism towards other races as well. In a new study published in the journal Social Currents, Villanova University's Lance Hannon discovered that white interviewers viewed lighter-skinned blacks and Hispanics to have a higher intellectual capacity than darker-skinned people who have the same educational achievements, vocabularies, scores on a political test, and numerous other factors. Now, this does not come as a surprise to most, as we have seen white colorism be displayed throughout history. The history of white colorism runs as deep as the history of white racism in US society. For African Americans, the skin color hierarchy is firmly rooted in the slavery regime, where white owners gave certain work privileges to slaves with more Eurocentric features, aka lighter skin. This still affects black people to this day. So why is colorism a call for concern? Because there is an increasing demand for products like bleaching cream and other chemical remedies to lighten the skin. There is a larger and larger gap every day in dating preferences as it relates to darker skinned women compared to lighter skinned women. There is a significant lack of diversity of darker skinned people in Hollywood, and darker skinned people have also reported higher experiences of microaggressions, which have significantly deteriorated their mental health and well-being. These are just a few of the many negative effects colorism has in society. According to Strategy R, a trademark of global industry analysts, $8.6 billion was spent on skin bleaching products in 2020 alone. $2.3 billion of those dollars was spent in the United States. The idealization of fair skin as the pinnacle of beauty has an impact on the self-esteem of women of color all over the world. In many cultures, skin color is a social benchmark that people of color and whites alike use in relation to race. It is directly related to attractiveness, the chances of getting married, career opportunities, and socioeconomic status. These realities result in the increasing volume of skin bleaching products being sold every single day.
Skin bleaching is a growing phenomenon around the world, and it's becoming a bigger and bigger business. It's no longer just a cream that your grandma will make up for you out of something that you don't know what's in it, but now it's a multi-billion-dollar business, and all the biggest cosmetics companies sell products that are supposed to lighten your skin.
While skin bleaching is common, it is also dangerous and potentially fatal because products contain steroids, hydroquinone bleach, and mercury. The World Health Organization warns that skin bleaching can harm the liver and kidneys, as well as cause neurological problems, cancer, and stillbirth in pregnant women. This is not a new practice. In the 1950s, it became popular in many African countries. Today, approximately 77% of Nigerians, 27% of Senegalese, and 35% of South African women bleach their skin. Indian caste discrimination was abolished in 1950, but dark-skinned women and men continue to face discrimination, and fair skin remains a distinguishing social factor associated with purity and elite status. In the Middle East, Jordan has the highest rate of bleaching, with 60.7% of women bleaching their skin. The Brazilian government appears to favor white skin over dark skin by encouraging European immigration and discouraging people of African descent. In North America, light skin is idealized, but the concept is controversial because bleaching is perceived as a desire to be white. As a result, bleaching creams are marketed in the United States not to lighten skin, but to instead erase blemishes and age spots. The popularity of skin bleaching products skyrocketed in the United States following the 1967 U.S. Supreme Court decision that legalized interracial marriage. Bleach cream makers are now constantly under increasing pressure to address racism, with activists calling out that their products perpetuate a preference for lighter skin. Johnson & Johnson announced in 2020 that they will no longer sell two products marketed to reduce dark spots and are commonly used as skin lighteners. L'Oreal, the world's largest producer of bleach creams, has pledged to remove the words white, fair, and light from labels, but they will continue to produce these products. Growing up, many dark-skinned women are hit with the harsh reality that they aren't quote-unquote good enough. Many young, darker-skinned men and fair-skinned men have always made it clear their preference in dating women has always been lighter-skinned women with more Eurocentric features. But is this exactly the darker-skinned men's fault? Though it's easy to call these dark-skinned men sellouts, coons, colorists, racists, whatever you want to call them, there may be a deeper reason behind their behaviors and decisions. With the sad truth that lighter-skinned people are treated significantly better in society, many dark-skinned men may subconsciously be choosing lighter-skinned dating partners to perhaps eventually create children who won't have to deal with the complications that they had to growing up and as adults because their skin was darker. However, this does prove that we can actually choose whom we love. We make conscious decisions about who is loved and who is rejected as a society and as individuals. Preference is more than just a biological, physical, and trivial attraction. Our surroundings shape, mold, and condition our preferences. Colorism plays a significant role in romantic relationships. This significantly hurts many darker-skinned women's self-esteem and mental health, so there shouldn't be any excuses for these prejudices. Many darker-skinned men also see dating and marrying fair-toned women as a token of success, status, and high achievements. Darker-skinned women are seen as less attractive than every race worldwide, but particularly in the Black community, not only are they getting the end of the totem pole from men outside their race, but also by the men in their race. There have been several cases of Black men who date outside their race or date lighter-skinned Black women that go out of their way to bash darker-skinned women unprovoked.
I'm not really into I ain't gonna say I'm not into dark chicks, but I don't really miss a dark chick like that. That was really just rhyming right there.
Okay. You more into light-skinned girls?
Yeah, I'm more into light skin.
You know they're gonna kill you over this, right? In the comments.
Yeah, they did already something like that.
With this, it has been seen many darker-skinned women lower their standards when dating due to having a significantly smaller dating pool, which results in heightened toxic relationships, sexual abuse, domestic violence, broken homes, and deeply affects their mental health. Colorism in dating and marriage, in fact, upholds white supremacy and racism. The Black Girl Magic movement has exploded onto movie and television screens across the country in recent years. Now, while this is a significant step forward for on-screen representation, there is one problem. This representation is often limited by Hollywood's deep-rooted colorism problem. The representation of young female Blackness on the big screen does not reflect the representation of Blackness in today's society. An outsider might mistakenly believe, based on American media, that the vast majority of Black women in this country are fair-skinned, which is not the case at all. Despite the increase in diversity on screen, many Black girls are still not seeing many actors who look like them. Casting agents, producers, and directors tend to gravitate toward a very distinct type of Black girl, who is slim, light-skinned, and attractive in a more Eurocentric sense. Hollywood clearly chooses to support an extremely limited number of Black women while also claiming credit for achieving diversity and representation on screen. This is a problem that is distinctive to Black women. For many years, Hollywood has cast a light-skinned Black female in a role that is clearly based on a dark-skinned individual or character. For example, in 2016, Afro-Latina actress Zoe Saldana sparked outrage with her portrayal of Nina Simone, a well-known singer and activist. Instead of casting a darker-skinned actress, the producers chose a lighter-skinned actress and remade her look to look like Nina. To look like Nina, Zoe wore a prosthetic nose and skin color-altering makeup for the role. Storm, the character in X-Men, is of Kenyan descent and has dark skin, but she has been portrayed in the film by biracial actors Halle Berry and Alexandra Shipp. Another example is when the sitcom My Wife and Kids switched out the daughter, who was darker-skinned Claire Kyle, for a lighter one after season 1. Though reports state that the original Claire left the show for personal reasons, it is seen odd that they wouldn't replace the darker-skinned Claire with another darker-skinned Claire. This also happened on another Black sitcom, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when Aunt Viv's character was randomly switched out to a lighter-skinned Aunt Viv. These are just a few examples of many that heavily demonstrate that Hollywood still believes that a Black woman must have non-Black ancestry or features in order to be considered beautiful or valuable. Similar to this fact, many Black actors with dark skin and Blacker features are either denied film roles or given stereotypical roles, such as the sassy or ghetto Black woman, the scary thug Black man, or the joke but sad truth that Black people always are the first to die in a movie, and of course, the Black token best friend always saving their white friend. In Hollywood, all Black women face difficulties in obtaining roles and recognition. Any Black woman who achieves success in Hollywood, whether she is light-skinned, dark-skinned, or somewhere in the middle, is a success for the Black community. However, Hollywood will not achieve true inclusivity until women of color are adequately represented. When we celebrate and champion #BlackGirlMagic, that blatantly excludes darker-skinned Black women. We reinforce the belief that they are invisible and unworthy of anyone's praise. The true representation will occur when a Black girl, regardless of hair color or texture, can go to the movies and see actors who look exactly like her. So as we all can see, colorism is a huge problem in our society, and though we can't get rid of it overnight, we can truly help slowly diminish it. Some ways we can outcast the effects of colorism is by providing more inclusivity in media, by having more representation in Hollywood, including children's TV shows and movies, animation or not. There is no reason why there is such a small number of ethnic Disney princesses. We also need to start discussing colorism in the classroom and holding people accountable when they are showing colorist behaviors, and continuing to highlight the beauty of darker-skinned people. With just these few steps, we as a society can grow to become better beings. Alright guys, so that is the end of this video and I'm going to be wrapping it up. I just want to state that it's important to know that colorism is not just an African-American problem. Colorism is extremely prevalent in Asia. It's extremely prevalent in Africa. This is an ongoing struggle that we as a people need to fix and help to grow as a society and basically as a human race. So I want to know y'all opinions on colorism in the comments. Please be respectful. This is all based off of research and I added some personal opinion things in, as you guys could see as I spoke a little bit about dating and colorism and how it ties in and how a lot of Black women do not feel appreciated by Black men, and women of color in general do not feel appreciated unless they are lighter skinned, and they're now putting changes to their skin to feel accepted in society. It's definitely a problem. But if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And when I say share, please share this video because I feel like a lot of the times people do not like to know that colorism exists. They like to deny the fact that it does, but it is so prevalent in our society. Thank you guys so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate you guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.